In almost all circumstances, an employer is able to require their employees to take a COVID vaccination. Right? It's worth remembering that required vaccinations is nothing new. Employers who want to require a COVID vaccination, except in very few rare circumstances, are going to be able to do so even over the objections of their employees. First, if an employee works for a federal contractor, their employer doesn't have a choice. Because of a recent presidential executive order, all federal contractors have to require vaccinations. Similarly, soon, OSHA is going to push out a regulation that's going to require larger employers to have a vaccine or testing mandate. Again, they don't have a choice in the matter. Right? For all other employers, right, it's up to them to require a vaccine mandate, but once they do, employees have very few options to object. One option that could occur is if an employee had a disability as defined under the Americans with Disability Act, and that disability actually conflicts in some way with the COVID vaccine. So if the employee's job requires close contact with others, they're likely not to be able to get an accommodation or an exception from that vaccine mandate. Another possible objection is based on religious beliefs. Right. First, an employee actually has to have a valid religious objection to the COVID vaccine. Right. It can't be a political one, it has to be religious. Even then, an employer only has to accommodate that religious objection if the accommodation imposes something less than a de minimis cost, meaning it has to be a very, very small cost to the employer or less. For all other employees, if your employer decides to require the vaccine and you object, you may well lose your job and have no legal recourse.